Welcome to episode 9 of the Name is Family Quickcast. I am one of your hosts, JayStunz. We have my co host, as always, DeaditeGirl, and the man, the myth, the legend, the only PB that Corb does not want to spread on bread. And don't be jelly of his voice, Mr. PBMack36. Welcome. How are you doing, my friend?
Thank you for that intro, my friend. I'm doing good.
Good.
Finally.
Glad to hear it. So, as always, we got a whole bunch of questions lined up and everything ready to go. See if we can get to the bottom of who PB Mac is. And as always, chat, if you type up in chat, you'll be entered into a giveaway. We will be giving away a choice tonight of 2 or 3 games, I think. I don't remember exactly. I know there was one that was pretty awesome that we saw. So, you might want that one. So just
It'll
go
be a
between
toss
you
up
guys.
between, or a choice between Manhunt, Bioshock Infinite, and Chicken Assassin.
Chicken Assassin Reloaded. Just saying.
Excuse me. Sorry.
But for our first question, as always, we want to know who PB Mac is. So, who are you, and how did you come up with your Twitch handle?
Let's see. The Twitch handle is actually part of my name. So like if my name was Pierce Brosnan McAnally, it'd be PB Mac. Um it's not Pierce Brosnan McAnally, as far as you know. But
Mm,
that's how I came up with it. It's people call me that when I was in school growing up, that type of thing. And then 36 was
your
the
age, we know.
the number that the number that I wore. I wish it was the number that I wore when I played football was the number 36. So
If my recollection serves, low numbers like that means offense, correct?
yeah, I played tailback. I was a tight end.
Oh, the
So
man's a runner.
and then I also played safety because I wasn't very athletic, and they said just stand back here. Anybody comes back here near you, break their legs.
Well, that works.
That was, of course, that's back when football was football. And I don't know what they're doing now, but when you could actually blow somebody up that came in your area. So
That definitely sounds like a thing. And a
yeah,
surprise little tidbit here, chat. We just found out before that PB is from LA. Let
yeah,
that sink in.
I am from LA.
Let that sink in. You'll get there.
Think about it for a minute.
Hmm. Let it marinate.
Yep. And just a little bit about me. I'm 50 years old. Um, I am was born and raised in Central Alabama, just outside of Birmingham. I've been gaming since video games came out. Um, and I've been streaming. I've been content creating for about 4 years. Started out over on YouTube and was over there for about a year. I've been on Twitch for 3 years now.
Man's been around the town.
Oh
Yeah, been
boy.
around.
All right, Daddy.
So, what got you interested in like gaming and all of that?
Um, well, I mean, I've always played video games. My I've got a cousin that's a little bit older than I am, and I remember him we basically all went over to their house, and his dad was this engineer, and he um had he had it was this huge box, right, and it had this had this game console in it, and they plugged it into the TV with about 10 different adapters and things, and it was Pong.
Oh,
It was the
yep.
tennis thing. So when we played it for hours, I mean, it was like, holy crap, there's nothing on the 3 channels that we got for TV. But and then when Atari came out, we didn't have Discord. You just got on you just called your buddy up on the landline and talked to him. It's like, I'm on level 12. Screw you, I'm on level 10.
Yep.
So, but I'm always just kind of I've always been into games. Um, and then when my son, um, when he came around, we I kind of got back into it because he loved video games. So, but I've always gamed all the way through college. We had game nights on the weekends at my house when I was a bachelor and didn't have anything to do. So
And usually, when you still have nothing to do, there's always games. It's the one thing that'll never let you down. It may make you mad, but it'll never let you down.
that's right. That's right.
And how did Mr. PBMac get into the whole streaming thing? As you said, you started on YouTube, you moved over to
Yeah.
Twitch, but how did you get started in streaming?
Okay, the way I got started was I had a really um, financially good job, but that was the only thing that was good about it. I traveled a lot. Um, it was the people that I worked for were just heinous, awful people. It was terrible. I hated it, and um, because I traveled a lot, it put stress on my back. Oddly enough, because I didn't realize that I needed lumbar support back then. I was driving around this old beat up Buick, going around to appointments, and so I actually hurt my back. And I'd made enough money in the previous year to where I basically could, take the next 8, 9 months off if I wanted to. So I hurt my back, and the doctor told me, they were like, you need to basically just sit and rest for about 6 weeks. So my son was putting together a YouTube channel, doing some YouTube videos, and I helped him do that. And um, it just kind of started from there. We put the YouTube videos together, and I noticed that I was like, well, what's this right here? It was like a nickel on here or something. He goes, well, they pay you for ads. And I was like, oh, they pay you to do this? And he said, yeah. I said, huh. So I started researching it, and then I started streaming to promote the videos that we had. So I'd make a tutorial video for 7 Days to Die, and then I'd stream and tell people, hey, go check out the video. And then I realized that I really enjoyed streaming and being around the community and building the community and building the channel and helping other people build their stuff. It just kind of went from there. YouTube and I agreed to disagree on a couple of things and came over to Twitch, and I love being on Twitch. I've met some of my best friends here. So, and now we're doing it full time. It's what I do for my living. So, but that's pretty much how it happened.
There you go. The man knows what he's doing. He's been around a long ass time when it comes to everything involving gaming. So he could probably answer your questions like, what is Pong? Some of you youngsters have no idea what Pong is, but let me tell you, y'all missing out. Now, you mentioned you love the community, you love making friends. So next question leads right into where we are right now is what do you think of the Nameless family and what does being in the Nameless family mean to you?
Well, Nameless Family um, has done a lot for me. I met some of my best friends in Nameless Family. People that I spend a lot of time with are in Nameless Family. Um, I joined up because I had a lot of friends that were in Nameless Family, and I was like, yeah, I'll come hang out with you guys. And then I've met so many awesome, not just streamers, but people that are just gamers that maybe they don't stream, or they maybe they're graphics people or art people or that type of thing. And so and then being part of the Ascendants is really cool too, because I've gotten to know a lot of really really cool people. So it means a lot to me. Making sure that whatever an individual person's goal is in the community, I try to help if I can. And um, glad to have that NF on my screen every day. And particularly the Ascendants, I've gotten to know some just awesome people. And you know it really is a family to me, because especially here, recently, with all the stuff that we've been through. And there's a lot of other people that've been through things in our community, where sickness and the craziness that's 2020. So um, you know, I've had I can't even tell you how many people have called and checked, or not called and checked, but sent me messages and checked on me and my wife. And my family this past couple of weeks where she's been really sick. So it really is a family. It's really cool to have family all over the world. Really.
Family says in the name. Family's what it's all about, man.
Yep. It really is.
All right, Diddy.
What would be your favorite memory from gaming?
Favorite memory from gaming. There was a. I used to sell real estate years ago, and um, this young couple bought this house from me, and it had like this block garage out behind it, and they kept talking about the garage. They didn't want to talk about the house. They wanted to talk about this garage and what they could do with it and everything. And I was like, okay. So they actually invited me over to a housewarming party that they had once they got everything set up and everything. I got to be friends with them. So I went over there and they wanted to show me the garage. Well, they went out to the garage and they had like, it looked like seriously like a garage band, but it was Rock Band, the game Rock Band. And they had, all this stuff set up in there. They had multiple screens and just, it was really, really cool. And so they were thinking because I was older than them, that I wasn't into video games because I was real serious about what I was doing with the job and everything. I was like, oh no, I totally love video games. And they're like, well, you need to hang out for a little while. And all these people started showing up like, around 11 o'clock that night. And we stayed up and played Rock Band till like like midday the next day. It was more than just an all-nighter. I mean, and it was so much fun. So that's probably the most memorable. My favorite times were gaming with my son when he was growing up. We used to play Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies when he was growing up, and my friends would come over, and he was just a little kid. He was 7, 8 years old, and getting to hang out with us and being one of the guys and everything. So, but that's the most memorable, and then my favorite would be hanging out playing with my son.
Fair enough. I mean, who wouldn't dream of playing games with their kids, right? And actually keeping up with them and maybe kicking their butt a little bit.
Oh, he's
No.
way better than I am.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
While ago, you were good.
Yeah.
The next question we have, you kind of already answered, but I'm gonna just switch it around a little bit. And we're gonna make it as, you said you're starting in streaming with YouTube, then you moved over to Twitch. So what was your first couple of streams on Twitch like? Well, how was like the evolution of YouTube PBMack compared to Twitch PBMack?
One of the biggest things that I noticed is, moving from YouTube to Twitch was that people didn't there were a lot more people that lurked. There were people that would sit and watch, and they'd maybe comment, maybe every half an hour someone would, say something. And on YouTube it's just constant, they're just constantly chatting, and I thought, I don't know if this is going to work. It's like I can't tell whether people are enjoying themselves and all. So it took me a while to realize it was just a different a different community,
Right.
a little bit more mature community. And so that was that was interesting. And then when I moved from Twitch to you or from YouTube to Twitch, there were about 4 or 5 of us that were in a kind of a group, and we all moved at the same time. And so it was like, hey, what do you think? And we would meet literally daily and go, okay, hey, what are you guys doing? And what do you think about it, and everything. And um I had a lot of people that followed me from YouTube over to Twitch. So it grew pretty quick, and then it started leveling off once people realized that I had made the switch over. So I mean, it just because I had such a following over on YouTube, I was trying to let people know, hey, I'm over here, come over here and see me. But I've felt a lot more comfortable with Twitch because with YouTube, it seemed like every week they were changing some fundamental rule, and they would change it, and then they'd wait a week, and then they'd tell you, you know, hey, we've changed this rule. Oh, by the way, you violated it. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't know what I was doing. You know, you didn't tell me what the rule was. So I felt just more at home and more comfortable on Twitch. Not beating YouTube up. I mean, it's their system; they do what they want. But I've always kind of done things as a team, and you know, bounced ideas off of people that were trying to do the same thing that I'm trying to do, have the same goals. And
Right.
so, again, when we came from YouTube, there were about 4 or 5 of us that came at the same time over to Twitch, and you know, tried to kind of coordinate. You know, what are you doing? What are you seeing? But every one of us were like, you know, what the heck? Nobody's talking. Does nobody like us? You know? And it wasn't that. It was that, you know, people just, you know, tend to lurking. So it was an adjustment though.
It definitely is, and I think with Twitch with the lurking too is, I know there's a lot of different age groups on YouTube that could find your content, but with Twitch it's kind of limited with the TOS and all that stuff. So it was definitely a more mature group when you started up on Twitch for sure. I have no doubt about that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't feel like I was maybe babysitting, you
Mm,
know.
yep.
So it was more like you're talking to your peers instead of talking to, you know, trying to, you know, herd cats, you know. So, I mean, I appreciated everybody that came, but it was, you know, it was
Mm.
it was a different crowd. We'll just say that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, with the hardest question of all, did I take it away?
I'm gonna get shot in the foot for this, but who is your favorite streamer?
My favorite streamer. Oh
Mm-hmm.
wow. Um, you know, there's so many people that I know and that I support and that I go hang out with, and people that, you know, just going to watch their stream. It's like, who is the best? I mean, there's so many talented people out there. Um, I would hate to say just one person, but I will say this. I guess if I had to pinpoint it, it was a guy that I haven't seen around in years, but it was the first streamer that I started watching. His name was Parker the Slayer, and he was over on YouTube. And I started watching. I just pulled it up, and you know, my son was like, "Hey, here's a streamer. Let's watch this guy. He's funny." And he was playing a modded Black Ops zombies, and I was watching him play it, and I noticed that he, you know, how he interacted with his community, and I noticed that he was actually doing this as his job. And I would say that that's when the idea kind of popped up in my head watching Parker play, and he was a really cool dude too. So, and I don't think he's. I'm not sure what he's doing now. I need to go. Now that I think about it, I need to go look him up and see. But I mean, there's people
Mm-hmm.
that I listen to. Like again for this week. I've been lurking in some streams. I'll just put my laptop up, you know, while I'm taking care of Mama Mac, and I'll have one earbud in, listening, and it's when I'm sick or when she's sick or when something's going wrong, or you know, everybody's battling something. You know, I'll put somebody on, and just listening to their voice, it makes you feel like you're not by yourself,
Hmm.
and it makes you feel like you're in the company of a friend, which is really really cool. And so it's you know, for that, it's really really cool and you guys don't even know when I'm. I mean, you may see that I'm in your list or whatever, but you know, I lurk in streams a lot. And sometimes I'm able to chat, and sometimes I'm not. And then sometimes I'm not chatting because I'm in a bad place. And streamers, I think, um, do that for a lot of people. You know, just one word of encouragement can bring people out of things, even if it's not a word directed specifically at you, just a friendly voice to hear. So, and I hope I'm that for people as well.
Well, with a voice like that, PB, I'm pretty sure you touch a lot of people in very many special ways. Just
Thank
wanna
you.
just let you know
Thank
that.
you.
Damn it,
I
Jay.
appreciate that. Thank you.
You have a voice that dreams are made of, PB. I just want you to
Um,
know that.
I'm telling you, I wish, you know, back when I was younger that more people had thought that.
Their loss, our gain.
I'm telling you. That's right. Doggone it.
Now, we had a discussion about this before we actually went live, but what is your favorite game of all time?
My favorite game of all time. Um, I think it's probably Black Ops Zombies. Um, and there were several different maps. There was like Black Ops and Black Ops 2, but I think it was probably that because again, that was when my friends and my son and I we would take turns playing it and trying to go to the different levels and different things like that. So, um it would probably be that. I don't stream it because it's really I'm really focused and
Mm.
intent. It's hard for me to chat and all that when I'm playing it. So, but yeah, I love Black Ops Zombies.
Any? Are you going to be looking into the Cold War zombies?
Probably so.
I see they
Probably
added
so.
a an extraction mode now where you don't actually have to play and just die when you want to finish or do an Easter egg. You can literally just go as you want to play, and then eventually, when you feel like you want to end, then you just call in the extraction. I think you have to survive like 2 or 3 rounds, and that's it. So,
And they can extract you. That would
yep,
be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. I've there's a lot of games that I'd like to play. It's just having the time to go in and do it with everything that's been going on here recently.
right.
Someone asked what my favorite map was.
Well, yeah, we are gonna save the question
Okay,
so on the
cool.
end, but if you want to answer it now, you can. You just wanted to know what your favorite Mac on Black Ops was.
Um, I think my favorite one was the farm. I loved playing that.
Mm.
The farm.
I vaguely remember. Is that I was at Black Ops 1 or 2?
I think it was the second one. There was Kino where you were in the one building and it was just the one map.
Mm-hmm.
They had the big movie theater. That was Kino. And then they came out with the town, the farm, transit, and the bus station. I think that was
Mm.
maybe two. But yeah.
Two.
I gotta admit, I'm a sucker for Origins. The
Oh yeah.
staffs are my thing, man.
Yeah, Origins was cool too.
Yeah, that was without a doubt my my go-to zombies map.
Cool.
I miss it very much. All right, Eddie, if you're good to go, I don't know.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
he's done now.
Okay.
Favorite movie, past and present.
Favorite movie, past and present. My favorite movie growing up was probably Big Jake with John Wayne. It's a John Wayne movie called Big Jake. And my favorite movie present, oh wow, favorite movie present would probably be Open Range. It's a Kevin Costner movie, and they're both cowboy movies, oddly
Hmm.
enough. But I love Open Range, and I think it's Robert Duvall. I think is in there with him, and Robert Duvall's character actually reminds me of my dad. My dad was very much old school and hardcore like that guy was in it. So, but yeah, Big Jake and Open Range.
It sounds like you put those two titles together and just have one big ass movie.
I'm telling you.
Big Jake Open Range.
Yep, Big Jake on the Open Range.
There you go. You mentioned you play Black Ops. We know you play 7 Days. But what is your favorite game to play or stream right now?
Favorite game to play or stream right now is it's got to be 7 Days. Um, I love the game itself, and I love how the game is slow enough paced that I can go in and build for a little bit and then stop and talk to the chat and all. So the game to me that's why I play a lot of craft and survival stuff so I can interact with the community.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love 7 Days. It's you can do a lot of creative stuff with it. So
I will say that, and so, I don't know how this is possible, but whenever I am in PB stream, it feels like I'm watching an audiobook because this man, the way he talks and describes everything he does, it's like I'm watching a movie, but I'm listening to an audiobook. It's amazing. I Kudos, bro. Kudos.
thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Damn
Yeah.
it, Corb.
What Corb do?
PB, I hear
Oh.
that you love to have backseat gamers with you.
I do. I do. What I like to do is get my backseat gamers and invite them into the bathroom,
1
and
second.
then I will plug the toilet up where it fills up, and then I'll hold their heads down in the water until the bubbles get filling back up. Now, I don't mean that in a bad way.
He swirlies these backseat gamers.
That's right. These are the ashes of my backseat gamers.
By the way, Corb is dying over there. Yeah, I
Is
see
he?
you, mister. I see you.
See, okay,
Uh,
I'm not watching the chat, by the way, guys, because I knew that if I did, I would be totally distracted, and I'm having to focus on these.
I've
Yeah.
got his stream up on my other PC, so I'm watching everything he's doing.
So, hey,
Yeah,
guys, in the chat.
he's got us. He's got it pulled up on his stream. So, hello everybody. We on Corb's stream too.
Hey, Corb, love you, brother.
Corby, your face is so red you look like a jar of jelly right now. So we literally have PB and jelly going right now. So it's all good.
Hey, well, I did tell people I was doing a stream with PB and J today.
Yeah, that's true. She did.
Cool.
I'm catching up on my list real quick.
Yep.
Missed one.
And number 10 is yours.
Oh dear gods. Aside from 2020 being over, what are you looking forward to for the rest of the year and next year?
My top 3 are 2020 being over, a research grant, a large research grant, and number 3 would be 2020 being over. Yeah. I think just getting closer to the people that that are in my community and in Nameless, trying to know more people, and just getting closer to the community. I've had some things develop over the last couple of weeks that may be something positive on the financial end of it, as far as leads on sponsors and things like that. For next year, just continuing to grow, not just for me, but to represent Nameless Family's brand, and to be able to bring more people in on raids when I'm raiding other people, and just learning more so I can know more myself, and then help other people grow too. So
Any chance you want to use those research grants on how to end 2020 quicker?
yeah.
That
Yes,
could be a thing.
Hey,
I had
don't end it too quick, because my husband ain't home yet.
yeah.
Well, if we end it quicker, he'll be home faster.
The last time somebody asked me about how I used a grant, well, it wasn't a grant, it was a student loan. They said, well, we wanted, I paid it all off, and they called me up, and they kept calling me, like, when are you going to pay your? And I was like, look, I just sent you the stuff where I have paid it off, and so I got mad at them. And the last time they called, they said, well, look, we just want to know what you did with the money that we loaned you to go to school with. And I said, look, I built a nuclear weapon out of it, and I'd appreciate it if you quit calling me. So yeah, if I had a grant,
Yeah.
build a big old death ray or something.
Fallout bunker. Gigantic fallout bunker to fit everyone in
No,
Nameless
he's
family.
going Black Ops Zombies real life. He's inventing the ray gun and everything. He's good to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Can
build a
you
death ray for all the backseat gamers, so I could just,
with their ashes as fuel.
yeah,
if you got
evaporate 'em.
anything left over, make a medical tricorder. We could definitely use one of those right now.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
All right, PB, this is the time. It's all on you right now. Are there any shout outs you want to give to literally anybody? Doesn't matter how many. Just run them off. Any shout outs you want. Give them up.
Oh my goodness. God, I would forget somebody if but I've got to shout folks out. Fady Fade, Airframer, Sweetie Pie, QB1 Junkie, Red Dirt Ranch, Sarkoth, Corbulus, Auric, Deadite, Reclining Gamer, Charm Cuddler, Astro, Devil's Cut, Elaine the Pain, Texas T-Man, Point the Dread Pirate, JayStunz. I don't know. Do you know that guy?
I have no idea who it is. Sounds like a jerk though.
I don't know. Yeah, look him up. Look him up. Shug, Prep Girl, Doc 920, Like a Boss 2016. I'm sure that there are people that I haven't mentioned. The Godfather. There's just so many people out there that have really helped me, that I've gotten to be really good friends with, and that are just awesome people. There's too many of them to name. I mean, there's just so many people. It just, like I said, I know that I probably have missed people that meant a lot to me. When I first started streaming, I streamed for about 8 weeks. I wasn't streaming every day, but I streamed for about 8 weeks, and then this other streamer actually contacted me and was like, "Man," he was like, "You are hilarious." And I was like, "Well, thanks. I was trying to be serious, but anyway, if okay." So I actually is like, "You need to get with us in Discord." And I was like, "What the hell is Discord?" And he said, "You don't know Discord?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Dude, you need to have a Discord." So they helped me set up Discord, and I got with those guys. And I think it's important when you're first starting out as a streamer to get to know someone else that streams, because there's going to be days when you're like, "Man, I don't know if I want to do this." You get frustrated, you get down. And the best way to get through that is to realize that you're not by yourself. That happens to everybody. It happens to new people, happens to partners, happens to affiliates, it happens to everybody. And so having somebody that you can, just talk to, and because a lot of times you're sitting there, especially when you're new, it feels like you're just kind of talking to nobody. You're just kind of talking out into a void. Even if you've got people that are there, you may, especially if you're trying to grow a channel, a lot of times it just kind of feels like you're just stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And Texas T-Man and Point the Dread Pirate, they're the vaping gamers. For you know 'em. Those two guys, they took me in like we had been friends from the neighborhood growing up. And I don't know if I would be where I don't know if I'd have kept doing this if it hadn't been for those guys, because it made me realize that there's this massive community of awesome people out there. And it just kind of kept growing. So those guys were really instrumental. But I mean, like I said, there's so many people out there that I just love hanging around, and they kind of let me into their world, and be part of their communities as well. So
I could definitely feel that. I could second the thought about I wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for the people I met along the way. When you find a community you truly click with, there's nothing like it. Good times, bad times, everything in between. The people that have your back, and the people they'll threaten to kick your butt if you mess up.
yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
So, okay. Um, what is your stream schedule? So the people that are watching that don't normally get to catch you. When can they catch you? And I know things are a little hectic right now in personal life. So when things get back to normal, when will we be able to hear that amazingly sexy voice on stream again?
I am usually on around 8 a.m. Central Time here in the U.S. Um, and I usually stream about 6 hours, give or take. And that depends. Again, it depends upon um, the biggest thing that I've had with my schedule is that my mom's health's not very good, and I get a phone call, I have to go, and sometimes that's in the middle of the night, and I hadn't had any sleep, and so but most of the time I'm on around 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'll stay on usually till about 2 or 3. That's Monday through Friday. Saturdays, usually I'll come on about the same time, and I'll be on for about 3 or 4 hours on Saturday mornings. And so that's my schedule. Usually around 8. If you're going to catch me, it's just, come to Twitch sometime around 8 a.m. Central Time in the U.S. and, do a search, and you'll find me out there usually. And if I'm not going to be on, I'll tweet out, hey, guys, I had to help mom, or, here recently with Mama Mac being sick. I'll let you guys know what's going on.
Oh, on that note, perfect segue into there. You see all his social medias right there. You have his Twitch handle, his Twitter handle, his YouTube, where I know he's doing 7 Days to Die stuff. I know you're doing some sort of a scene thing with 7 Days now, where you're a ranger or something like that. Did I hear that right?
Yeah, there's a cinematic series that almost said Fade is doing, and she put it together, and it's kind of it's just like a storyline, like an RP. And she asked me if I would do one of the characters' voices in it, so yeah, and his name's Ranger.
There you go.
So yeah, and you can see that on her channel, Fade.
All right, this is the time when we start opening the questions up to chat now. We have a couple lined up already, so if you guys want to ask Mr. PBMack a question, please post it up in chat. We will copy them and put them down. We will be asking them in order. And while we're doing that, also, PB, as the guest, you get to choose who our raid target is tonight. But obviously, after all questions are answered, we're going to do our giveaway, and then we will invade somebody with the PBMack raid coming from the quick cast. So it's going to be a quick PB raid. And yeah, so you can start choosing a topic now, or a target now, and then we will start asking the questions, and we'll see what we got here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Our first question is from that Alley chick, and she says, "How is Mama Mac?"
She's much better. She had an upper respiratory infection that caused her to have a couple of not being able to breathe episodes, which is zero fun. We thought that it may be COVID because the way that it just didn't seem like it was flu or anything like that. And so we've been to the doctor 4 different times. She's been tested for COVID and she doesn't have it. And they did not want to send her to the hospital, even though she was sick enough to have been in the hospital. So what we did was they said, we want to treat it, at home. You need to be right there with her in case she has, another one of these breathing episodes where she can't breathe. And so I pretty much have been just, monitoring and sitting next to her for, about a week, 10 days, something like that. But she's much better now. She's got her energy back. She's finished up all of the medications. Her blood oxygen level has been really good over the last couple of days, and so she's on the mend now. So another week or so, and she should be back to 100%.
Fair enough. There you go, guys. Then now you know how Mama Mac's doing. The next question comes from Elaine. I'm sure a lot of people in chat are interested in this question. PB Mac, do you prefer boxers or briefs?
I prefer briefs over boxers.
Of course, commando is an option.
Most of the time it's commando, but if I do wear, it's gonna be briefs.
There you go, chat. Chew on that one for a little bit. All right. Next one's from Leo. He says, "How is the best way to submit suggestions to your horde base in 7 Days to Die?"
Leo, you could send them to me in Discord. This is a trick question. He's trying to get around the backseat gaming thing. He does this everywhere we go. You can't take Leo anywhere. What you can do, I tell you what, man. What you can do is write them down on a piece of paper, and then get like a Tupperware bowl, and put them in the Tupperware bowl until you fill the Tupperware bowl up with suggestions, and then take that Tupperware bowl without any lube and cram it up your butt. That's what you can do with this.
There you go.
Well, with a name like Astroglide.
Yeah, and with Astroglide, that's not a problem, right? So anyway,
No, it doesn't sound like a problem at all. It sounds kind of slippery, actually. Hillbillies X PB. Any other major builds in 7 Days to Die planned?
yeah, actually, one of the things that I've been doing since I haven't been on has been kind of going through and looking. I have some like stuff diagrammed in a book, but yes, there are two definitely, and maybe even a third one past the 5 towers that we're building now. So yeah, there are some more planned.
All right, we got Elaine the Pain asking, "What is your favorite color?"
My favorite color is, oh wow, purple. It's my favorite color.
Oop, that made Charm happy. I know her favorite color is purple.
My favorite color is purple. Yes.
Twin Can Gaming says, "What advice can you give when talking to lurkers or to the void, as you mentioned?"
There's you can go over to YouTube and you can just type in a search for um how to talk to your stream. You can type in Twitch inner monologue. And there are, just go through those and listen to some of those people. But what I do is I will, again, like you were saying, I still do it. I narrate just about everything that I'm doing. So I'll go, okay, guys, we're going to go over here and we're going to mine some materials because we're going to need stone to make the cement, to make the concrete so that we can make we need to get sand. Okay, we're going to go over here. We're going to loot this building. Usually this is going on. So I, I just kind of, if even if that number down there says 0, there's usually somebody watching you on another service because there's about a dozen other services that don't register for Twitch. So they're actually watching a Twitch stream from another service. So, and people want you to interact with them. And so if someone comes on to a stream and they don't say anything for 5 minutes, you're going to lose them. And so you need to be talking about something. But that's normally what I'm doing. I'm talking about what I'm thinking about as I'm going through the game. And then I've had kind of an interesting life. I have all these stories. People want to hear these stories. So, but yeah, come up with something to say.
All right, next question comes from Leo again. Says, "PB, you helped get my dogs addicted to peanut butter Captain Crunch. Where can I send the bill for this corruption of my puppies?"
Let's see. You can send that to let's see. Do you guys have Corbulus's address? Because I send all of my hate mail and any issues that I have, complaints. I will usually send those to Corbulus because he's really good at handling those.
And it
So
involves peanut butter, so Corb will definitely be interested.
yeah, definitely send that to Corb.
Charm Color says, "Have you ever thought about an ASMR voice stream?"
An ASMR voice stream. I don't know. I don't. ASMR really seems like is very intimate to me,
Mm-hmm.
and so I don't know. That make me feel all funny.
It'll make
I
me
don't.
feel all funny like.
That make me feel all funny. Make my feet tingle. I don't know. I don't know. I have a friend that does ASMR that I met over on YouTube, and she came over. She was a 7 Days to Die player, and she does ASMR now. And I actually sent her a message, and I was like, I have to turn the laptop around where I can't see you because I feel a little naughty because you're whispering to me and stuff like that. And I was like, it feels a little, So it took me. I mean, honestly, it took. I mean, I know it's funny, but for me, I don't know. It's a little too intimate, I think.
I agree, but the worst is when the people doing the ASMR have those special microphone settings to where if they talk into the left side of the mic, it goes into your left ear,
Right.
and it makes you feel so much naughtier that you're listening and watching.
Yeah.
And nah,
I,
I'm good. I'm
I've
good.
never I've never been like a voyeur type person. Like I don't want to watch it if I can't be part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's
You're a
like
doer,
golf.
not a watcher.
Yeah, it's like golf. I mean, it's fun to play, but I don't want to watch other people do it. You know.
True.
So,
100% true.
but yeah, if Charm's, let me say this: if Charm's interested in that, just contact me, Charm.
There you go. There you go, Charm. You got your little hookup right there. Skittlebutt says, PBMack, do you really love old Skittlebutt?
Do I really love what?
Old Skittlebutt.
Old Skittlebutt? I love Skittlebutt. She's amazing. She's like my favorite person.
There you go, Skittle. You got that answer. Elaine says, who is your hero?
Who is my hero? Probably my dad. I think my dad is my hero. Just, you know, a selfless, giving, caring person that, you know, just loves his family, loves his community, loves his neighbors. So, you know, I think my dad is, I wish I was half the man my dad is. My dad's my hero.
Well, I could tell you, with everything you're doing, with taking care of your wife and everything, I'm pretty sure you are as much of a man as your dad is, and I'm pretty sure he's proud of you. So, I think you're good to go.
I appreciate that.
Charm Cuddler says, PB, can we have a PA announcement, please?
A PA announcement. PA announcement?
Do a PSA public service announcement, I guess, or like you go to intercom at a school, like act like a principal, make a announcement for school.
Oh my goodness, man, you put me on the spot there. You put me on the spot. Let me see if I can go to the next question. Let me think on that one for a second, and I'll do something.
All right, we got Elaine asking, what is your favorite food?
My favorite food is spaghetti. I love spaghetti.
He loves his Italians.
I love me some spaghetti. That's come on, I go. You know that.
Is it the eating or the sucking part?
It's a little bit of both. Maybe about 48% the eating, maybe about 52%. You know what? It's 50% the sauce, 50% the sucking, and 50% the eating. How about that?
Fair enough.
You're missing 50%.
Yeah, it's your fault, and your fault. Yeah. So we can't be pointing fingers, but you're a real problem, Jay.
Yep. Unfortunately. 150% my fault.
Yeah, it's 100.
Confirmed. 100 confirmed.
That's right.
All right, Chad. Any more questions for BB, or he's still got to think about his PA announcement? So we need some more questions.
I got to do the PA. Let me do. Okay, I'll do the PA announcement. I'm probably gonna mess this up because I haven't done this one in a while.
All right.
But okay, and I'll just use Jay as my counterpart in this because
it's my fault.
Because it's your fault and it has to be two names. Guys, PBMack here with JayStunz. You guys probably seen us in 7 Days to Die, hanging out and surviving in the zombie apocalypse, but we're here today to talk to you about something pretty serious. When we're out surviving in the zombie apocalypse and we get bit by zombie dogs, the first thing we turn to is blue-white antibiotic pills. That's right. If you get bit by a rabid zombie dog in the zombie apocalypse, just turn to blue-white antibiotic pills. Some side effects may be itchy, watery eyes, dry mouth, hot dog finger, third eyeball, and explosive diarrhea. PBMack and JayStunz are not responsible for any harm come to a person by taking blue-white antibiotic pills. By the way, you can get them at Shamway. They got them like 2 for $1.
There you go, Charm. It was your PA announcement.
And guess what? I'm gonna be making a sound clip out of that one.
Here we go.
Just so you know, PB, I was counting when you doing the side effects. I was putting fingers up and counting. I was all in it with you. We're good to go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a full blown clip. We got the whole thing.
I could do the Robin Williams tribute.
You can do that one too if you want.
All right, hold on a minute. Let me remember them now. Remember, I'm sleep deprived. All right, hold on a second. Let me think of it. All right, here we go. So you have to pretend that it's like early in the morning. So I'm gonna go 0800, right? This has to do with like Robin Williams from Good Morning Vietnam. So you guys ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Here we go. I'll sing them again. Drink. Good morning, survivors. It's 0800 here in Central Alabama. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early. And I got stuck. Hold on. Take two.
We'll just edit that one out. Don't worry, it's not live or anything.
Edit that one out. Yeah, hold on a second. Let me try that again. Is this thing on?
Yep, you're
All right, here we go. I'm not used to doing these this late. Okay. Oh my God, it's early. So sit right back, have a cup of Joe, and enjoy the show. I'm PBMack, and I'll be your DJ for the next several hours, spinning it on the ones and twos because we know what you need right here on PBTV.
Y'all
Ta-da!
need to know any more? Y'all need to know any more about that? We'll edit those two together and make one long
Yeah,
one.
yeah, you can put them together there. I
We
got
got,
stuck.
oh boy. Elaine says, besides streaming, what other hobbies do you have?
What other hobbies do I have? Let's see. I don't really do anything other than no. I watch. I like watching college football. Um, so I watch that. Let's see. Field dressing camel crickets. Those are really good. I like to put on a raspberry beret and run down the middle of the street naked really fast. Um, let's see.
I can actually picture that for some reason.
What else do I do? I like to do origami. Some origami. I'll do that, but only naked origami. Naked seems to be a theme there. Um, I don't know. I like to the town that I grew up in actually back in the 1800s was about 5 or 6 miles to the northwest, and it was destroyed by a tornado, and they moved the town over to where it is now, and so you can actually go out in the middle of the woods out there, and there's like, you know, remnants of some of the buildings and stuff like that. I like to go out there and kind of just poke around, explore, and see what all's out there. I like stuff like mysterious stuff like that, spooky stuff. So that's something that I like to do.
Hillbilly asks, is there anything we can do to help you and Mama Mac out?
Oh man, you guys, um, I mean, like I said, I'm seriously, I've got so many direct messages from, I mean, it has to be over 50 different people that have asked, um, how are you guys doing and all. So you guys are doing it. Just, be thinking about us, thoughts and prayers, whatever your culture dictates, whatever your belief system dictates. So those types of things. Then, come hang out with us when we get started back, which hopefully will be in the morning, depending upon how well I sleep tonight.
Let's
So, but
sleep.
yeah, you guys are doing it, man. Just keep hanging out, keep being awesome.
Last question seems to be Charm Cuddler asking, any new tricks with Chewy?
Uh, no, right now he's just he's awesome. By the way, for you guys that don't know who Chewy is, we have a rat terrier. We call him Puppy Mac. He doesn't really like for us to use his real name online, so thanks, Charm Cuddler. But yeah, so we use his, because he's like, Dad, I got like other puppies messaging me, and I ain't got time for that. So, but anyway, the what he'll do is, he's so cool. He just won't leave Mama Mac's side. He knows if you're sick or if you're hurting or if you don't feel good, and he'll just come kind of check you out. It's like, I know I had the flu a couple of years ago, and he'd come over there and he'd put his, he'd stick his nose up. He wouldn't get up in the bed with me because he knew that I was hurting, and so he just put his paws up there and he's like, "Dude, are you dead?" "Oh, I'm okay, buddy." Like, well, don't die, man. Somebody's got to get the food. So, but I haven't really taught him anything new. He does the he goes after the peanut butter Captain Crunch. That's pretty cool. Him fetching those things. So
That's all the questions we have, PB. I just want you to know that Leo posted up that he needs to place an order for some blue white pills or blue white antibiotic pills because he didn't get bit by a zombie dog. However, he did eat some 2-week-old Taco Bell.
okay,
So
yeah, you
that's
definitely
that's
need
the
some
thing.
of that.
And
I'll
maybe some colon blow that might help too.
Yeah, tell him I'll throw in
Jesus.
a case of Get Back and a bottle of Funk Remover for the wash there, because he'll probably need some funk remover unless he was wearing his brown pants.
I don't want to know if he's wearing his brown pants. Sorry, Leo.
Sorry, I went to a dark place there.
Oh, dark brown pants now, nonetheless. Okay. Fair enough.
Oh my god.
PB, thank you for taking time out of everything going on to join us tonight.
Thank you guys.
You still have to choose our raid target, but right now, Deadite's going to do the wonderful Wheel of Fortune and find out who wins tonight's giveaway. And then the winner will get to choose one of 3 games that Deadite will tell you as soon as I shut my big mouth. And we will then raid out. But before we leave, apparently one more question was just brought up by Rio. It says, when do you plan to return to the pro field of full contact golf?
The pro field of full contact golf. I don't know. As soon as they change the limit from 72 to 144, if they'll double that limit, yeah, I'll come back in here because I'm getting way too many. I'm getting way too many par. Or I don't know anything about golf. I know that you got a stick, and you're trying to put a ball in a hole, and
like so many other things in life.
Yeah, but I mean, I almost said something really bad. I wouldn't have done that. Thank God DeaditeGirl's here. There are ladies present. I didn't wanna
Where?
say- Anyway.
Pretty sure most of those ladies will probably have said it too, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that alone. But yeah, no, I don't know anything about golf. I actually thought golf was like a game sport. You know, it's like, when we shot like 72, and I was like, man, those things must be overpopulating this area. Shoot, 72, is that the limit? Holy crap! Like for a week or like one day?
Hunting
Like,
golf. New game coming out soon, Golf Hunters.
Yeah, golf hunters. You know,
Every
and it's like,
animal you shoot's a stroke.
exactly. It's like, hey man, look at the egg. You know, you can't even boil these things. You know, they live in a hole. You shoot 72 of them. I don't know.
Oh boy! All right, chat. Now is the time. If you want to be entered into the giveaway, please type up something now if you have not already. Any lurkers, if you are interested in winning one of 3 games tonight, please post up real quick, and Deadite will eventually close off entries and tell you who won, what games you have to choose from, because I'm going to shut my fat mouth for once.
We have a choice of Manhunt, Bioshock Infinite, or Chicken Assassin Reloaded.
Assassin.
That game is awesome, isn't it?
Rolling off.
It's a gold mine. That game's a gold mine.
Assassin. This time it's serious.
Skittlebutt.
Skittlebutt.
Skittlebutt won.
See that? You got PB telling you he loves you tonight, and you won a game.
I love her so much.
And I'm pretty sure earlier in the stream, Charm said that you made her melt because you said her name. So that's another one.
Yeah. You know.
Oh.
The ladies love them some PB.
There we are.
No.
That's why I don't do a face cam. They were like, oh God.
Oh, shut your hole. All right, Skittlebutt, which game would you want? You have Bioshock Infinite, you have Manhunt, and you have Chicken Assassin Reloaded. I still can't believe I found that damn game.
Chicken Assassin.
Don't ask Jay to look for a game on Humble Bundle. It's dangerous.
But, you know, it looked interesting, and I watched the preview of it, and it was pretty damn cool. I'm not gonna lie. Skittlebutt wants Chicken Assassin.
Yes. We must contact the developers.
Skittlebutt is now, well, soon to be the proud owner of Chicken Assassin Reloaded. To give you guys a clue of what this game is, they did a death metal version of Old MacDonald in the preview. So, what more do you need to know? What more do you need to know? Honestly, it's beauty. It's art. It's amazing.
It is.
Oh man. All right, Skittlebud. So Deadite, we'll get that over to you as soon as possible. What were you gonna say, PB?
I said she totally needs to stream that.
Right. Oh, that's amazing.
DM me with your email address, and I will have it sent directly to your email.
All right, Mr. PB, any last words before we choose our target of attack and send the love over and squash them with PB?
Just hey, thank you guys so much for asking me and having me. I had a good time hanging out with you guys, and I really appreciate it. Nameless Family's awesome. They're really, really cool people, and thank you. I know there's a lot that you guys do to put all this stuff together, so thank you guys for having me and for doing this, and for people. I think it's a great idea for people to get to know some of the streamers that they listen to a little bit more. So thank you guys very, very much.
Well, we fully appreciate you, brother. Now, do you have a target for annihilation?
Yeah, let's see.
Thank you. I got it, sweetheart. I will answer it as soon as we're done.
There are 3 teammates on. You know what? Let's go see Corbulus. He's playing some Phasmophobia.
Ooh, we will scare the hell out of him when we raid over.
Yeah, let's go over there and give him a. Maybe he's wearing his brown pants.
All right, everybody, on the way over there, we're gonna. Mr. Corbulus is playing Phasmophobia. Obviously, the game is the big trend now. When we go over there, it's going to be an NF Quick Class / Brown Pants raid, because we all know and we're all hoping that we make Corby make his pants a little more brown. We're all gonna kind of shock him a little bit. So we'll see. Well, he's not. Oh, he just loaded into a game. Okay, so we may actually catch him when he's in the middle of a hunt. So this may work out perfect. But thank you guys for coming out as always. PB, once again, thank you for joining us. For myself, for DeaditeGirl, for PBMack, we thank you. We will see you again in 2 weeks. I don't remember who the guest is going to be. I know it's somebody.
One moment, please. I will give you our next
Why
victim.
am I thinking Death Angel? I'm thinking Death Angel, but I don't know.
No, it's a D, but it's not Death Angel.
Devil's Cut.
Devilina.
Devil's Cut will be on in 2 weeks. That's who it is, Devil's Cut. So we will see you all in 2 weeks with Devil's Cut, another part of the DEC clique, as you call it, the Deadite Elaine Charm crew, whatever it is. But we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a great night.
Devil's Elaine Charm.
Yep. You guys, have a good night.
Night, guys.